Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. Today, we'll be talking about how Asian parents raise strong children. This is something that I was talking to Hadley about, and she said to make a video. And I feel like Asian parents do a phenomenal job about raising resilient children. I noticed that Asian children are very strong. We're mentally tough compared to our counterparts. Maybe this is due to the cultural differences, but I think the number one thing is hard work and grit. I think Asian parents teach work ethic to their kids. And this is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely significant. I think they teach you the idea that if you want something, if you want to be successful, this is going to take hard work. This is going to take a lot of sacrifice. This is going to take a lot of patience and time. I feel like that's the number one thing I feel like American kids kind of lack is they're so entitled and impatient. I feel like they want everything immediately and they want to find shortcuts. While Asians, we've been taught from day one to save our money, to be frugal. If you want to be great, you got to outwork every single person, and you have to make the personal sacrifices necessary in order to get ahead. Yes, you might have to sacrifice your social life for a little bit, but that will allow you to get ahead in your career and make a better income, right? To have a better financial footing. I feel like this is super important. Obviously, when it gets taken a little too far, you lack social awareness and skills, which I've covered in previous videos. But I feel like there's something great about that. And I've noticed that Asian children, we don't complain. Look, we're all human. Sometimes we complain, we bitch and moan. That's completely fair. But I feel like Asian children, we rarely complain. We are so thankful to be in America. We are so thankful for the opportunities that are given to us because we recognize the hard work our parents went into providing this lifestyle for us and the sacrifices that they made to get us to where we are. Most Asian parents came to this country with absolutely nothing, and they've had to work very hard manual labor jobs in order to provide an income to provide their children a better lifestyle. And yes, while it's hard, right? Noticing that a lot of people come to this country not speaking any English or having any legitimate skill set. So they come here and they open their own stores, laundromats. My mom was a housekeeper. She came here with a fourth grade education, not knowing any English. I supported my brother and I. I saw what she had to endure and how blessed and privileged I was to be in this country, to have access to education, to be in a country where social mobility is existent. A lot of countries, there was no pull yourself by the bootstraps and make it. The American dream is alive. Yes, it might be quite arduous and difficult, but it's still there. I feel like the whole idea of that nothing comes easy in this life. If you want something, you have to shut the fuck up, put your head down and work. That was something my mom really instilled into me. It was like, look, moaning and complaining isn't going to do anything. Well, yes, we're humans and we have anger and we have hard days, and it's okay to let it out and vent. But we get back to work. We channel that frustration, that anger into productive manners so we can get ahead. I remember growing up in school, I was kind of a little behind just due to our financial background. We were jumping from homeless shelter to Section 8. I was kind of behind in reading and English. My parents didn't speak English at this time. So my mom said, hey, look, if you want to get better, you're going to have to outwork every single fucking person here. And I realized how hard that was. And it wasn't like my mom said, you need to get A's or you're worthless. No, she actually never forced me to get good grades. She never grounded me. My mom was quite liberal in that sense. She was very forgiving. But she taught me that you have an opportunity that our cousins will never have, something that she never had. So please make the most out of it because everything is possible. Yes, life is hard. Yes, America is not perfect, but this is the best place so far. And I'm very thankful for that because I wouldn't be the man I am if it wasn't for my Asian upbringing. I feel like as Asians, we put our head down and do our due diligence. And that's absolutely amazing. We pay our dues. And the number one thing is we also respect our elders. This is something that I feel like is lacking in the Western world. The idea of family and respecting your mother and father and your grandmother and their involvement is something that isn't quite here. The idea of imparting wisdom from an older generation onto the new is something that is amazing. You get taught very valuable lessons and it helps you navigate this life. And I feel like we lack that. I feel like what happens is it's youth running rampant. There is no boundaries. There is no control. It's all about youth. In America, sad to say, old people are invisible. When you're elderly, we put them in retirement homes and we shut them out. We never interact with them and we kind of just never see them. We don't want anything to do with them. When Asian culture, your grandmother is in a 1 mile radius or she lives with you. It's something that's amazing that they teach you their life wisdoms. and they teach you and have an important role in your life. They help you navigate this world. And I feel like there's something great about that that's being lost in the Western world. And I'm very thankful for that. I feel like Asians are very, very respectful. We take care of the things that take care of us, our belongings, our car, our books, our computers, everything we have, we take great care of because we are so thankful for these things. We recognize that these are items of privilege. These aren't items of entitlement. And I feel like that's the funny thing. I feel like Americans don't take care of their stuff. I feel like they have this infinite idea that they can have anything they want, infinite idea of surplus. They never really take things for what they are. I feel like take things for granted. It's funny, growing up, I noticed my brother and I would take really phenomenal care of our backpacks and shoes and clothes because we didn't have a lot of money, but still looked very pristine. I remember my white friends would just have brand new shoes, brand new computers, backpacks, and by the end of the year, it was fucking destroyed. I feel like it's just the idea that when you come from not a lot of money, you definitely take care of the things that take care of you, because if something breaks, you won't get a new one. Oh, if there's a hole in your jeans, there's a hole in your shoes, you break your computer or your phone, you're not getting another one. This has to last you for a while, or you got to buy your own. And of course, that's quite arduous when you're young without an employment. So I want to just give respect to our Asian parents. They're doing something correct and right. And I feel like I wish there's an integration that the West would take notice of. The idea of humility is absolutely amazing. Obviously, there are flaws in putting your head down, never speaking up, never standing up for yourself. But I feel like there's sometimes a great opportunity to just say nothing, right? Maybe the smartest man in the room is sometimes the most quiet because he realizes everyone around him is quite foolish. I think you need to stand up for yourself and enforce boundaries when someone's picking on you or trying to interfere with your life, right? You got to set some people straight and have people respect you. But you don't have to be loud all the time, right? You only speak when necessary, and that's something Asians do correctly. Yeah, sometimes I think there's a pitfall when it comes to social awareness, social skills, and interacting with women. I feel like dating is not promoted in the same way as the West, and if you don't develop social skills or have a lot of friends or hang out with people of the opposite gender, you're kind of far behind. And when you finally have your career and everything, you try to go and date, you lack the skill sets to even interact and say hi or secure a necessary date. Dating is its own skill in its own realm, and I feel like you have to learn. But as always, Asians, we're hardworking, we can learn that. But I also want to say that the idea of dating as a privilege is something amazing. I feel like when Asians date, they invest their energy. There is no such thing as commitment issues. They're willing to pour all their resources and energy and build a life. This idea of you're investing everything and having loyalty to your partner to build this life, to grow together, that I feel like the West doesn't have. I feel like everyone's in it for a good time, but not for a long time. And if something goes wrong, everyone just breaks up and leaves, versus being like, hey, you have to repair this relationship. Sometimes in life, you can't just run away. You have to fix this relationship. You have to fix this problem as a team, and you can't just restart. Because if you don't know how to fix stuff, you'll never have longevity in your relationships. And I feel like that's something our parents did very well. I know divorce is quite low in Asian cultures, and its idea of love is a privilege, and love is so much more than a fun feeling. Love is a commitment. It's a team building experience. It's being there during hardships. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is financial. Love is so much more than just a fun feeling that's promoted in the West. Love is not just a Disney movie, right? Love has a lot of implications, and realize what you're doing is you're signing up for another person's life, and this person will be by your side forever. And Asian cultures do a phenomenal job about this. I feel like they have a great idea of what the man's supposed to do and what the woman's supposed to do, and also having respect and freedom. Look, if you want to go out and do something, you go out and do that. But at the end of the day, you respect your father, you respect your mother. And I feel like Asian women respect masculine men, and masculine men appreciate femininity. And I feel like women are very secured in femininity. They feel like they don't need to compete with men trying to be masculine in this world. I feel like each gender has due respect. It's not like one is better than the other. Look, in Asia, women are appreciated and respected in their own sense, but they're not being respected for being masculine. They're being respected for being feminine. And one is not more important than the other, because Asian women are badass. They sit and they raise their kids and they hold the entire household together. That wouldn't be possible without them. And the guy goes to work and busts his ass off, but he wouldn't be able to do that without the support of the woman, vice versa. And I feel like this is respect. A lot of respect in the Asian culture I feel like the West could learn about. So yes, this is a video for Asian parents. You guys are doing a great job. And obviously, we can adapt and learn to make the best of everything. Obviously, don't neglect social skills or dating because this will play a huge part in your child's development. The idea of respect, patience, and humility is greatly appreciated, so please keep it up. If you want to see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram at m.deep20. As always, I wish you guys the best. Namaste.